Grannies and granddad's, we gotta talk about it, man. We gotta talk about it. Uh, it's a murder. Uh, by right. We see. We gotta. This is. I know you keep hearing this. We gotta stop this, but we have to. Uh, we gotta. We gotta quit getting murdered, and then we gotta quit murdering each other. Especially when you in or of this culture. So as a rapper by the name of K Flock, who was arrested for allegedly, notice I said allegedly, murdering a man in Harlem. And this is being reported by everybody. This is what it says on uproar.com. I believe that's how you pronounce it. But anyway, it says New York rapper K Flock was arrested on murder charges on Thursday. It says the 18-year-old born Kevin Perez is accused of allegedly murdering 24-year-old Oscar Hernandez outside of a barbershop in Harlem earlier this month. In the incident, according to the New York Daily News, Hernandez was in a barbershop waiting to get a haircut when Perez walked by, opened the shop's door, and asked Hernandez what he was looking at. The two eventually met outside where an argument ensued. It was here that Perez pulled out a gun and shot Hernandez in the neck and back. Investigators believe the shooting is gang-related as Perez is said to be involved with the Bronx-based Third Side gang. Despite this, the rapper's family insists that Perez's arrest is a case of mistaken identity, as they claim he and Hernandez did not know each other. K Flock recently signed a deal to Columbia Records, where released his debut project, the DOA tape. The project arrives with 8 songs and features G Herbo, Dougie B, B Love, and more. K Flock and G Herbo's collaboration, a remix of Being Honest, was paired with a music video that currently sits at 7.1 million views on YouTube. Elsewhere, K Flock stood alongside Lil TJ and Fabio Foreign for their Not in the Mood collaboration, blah, 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 blah. Don't matter now. Yo ass sitting up. And they said mistaken identity. Maybe that is the case. Now, from what I'm hearing and other reports is he was dressed in designer. Yeah, he put some work in, drip down. And that's what that's what they do nowadays, man. They be fully dressed like they go into a club and will lay you right the fuck out. Or lay you right down, take you right off this earth, man. And drip. Don't care. Gunpowder, whatever, all on him. He walked by a barbecue. Yo, what you looking at me for? Like, that sound like somebody just looking for some trouble. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he knew the young man. I don't know if they knew each other. Who knows if it was him? But from what I'm hearing, and I've seen other videos before I decided to do mine, is they have him on video, and he was wearing some drip, and I guess he got identified as well, and he said he was dripped the hell out. And I guess in one of his lyrics, he said, I'm into fashion, but I still up it. That was one of his lyrics. 18 years old, man. You got your whole life ahead of you, cuz. And I'm not trying to be on here preachy, because I know how people be feeling like, man, why old heads always think they could preach? I ain't gonna preach, but I'll tell you one thing. I got a 19-year-old brother who I raised since he was a kid, and he's sitting up right now. Not nothing like this, but for something crazy that I almost wish it was something like this. No, I don't, because he wouldn't be getting out. But I take that back. But yeah. So I got a right to speak on it, because I've seen him transition into something he didn't have to transition into. It's like I sacrificed and did all that. It's like what Jay-Z said. Hov did that. Abstract did that, so you wouldn't have to go through that. But both of my brothers decided to walk on the dark side. And then they saw what it was. Like, oh, this ain't it. It was like, oh, it ain't it now. And then both of them, when they got in some stuff, who they call? They called Big Bro. Big Bro always had to come back down and do something. And I'm not mad at it. That's my role as a brother. But the point I'm trying to make is this dude had his whole life at him. And maybe if he had a big brother, a big homie to tell him, like, nah, you ain't got to do that. Just focus on your music. He was already moving with the music. And I know how rap is. It's fickle. And they don't pay out a lot, especially if you're not doing shows. But you got to stay consistent with music. Start reaching out. Start doing some features. I don't know. Start a clothing line. Start selling some merch. I don't know. It's something else you could have been doing besides walking by a barbershop and deciding to take someone's life when you had a career. You had a record deal. You were signed to Columbia Records. Hopefully, like I said, this is a case of mistaken identity. But all the technology and stuff we got, they ain't pick you up till they know for sure it was you. That's a fact. That's one thing. And I'm not saying, hey, mistakes do happen, but we'll see how this plays out, man. That's crazy. 18 years old. He's a baby. And he don't even know. He don't even know how much life he got. I just got an uncle that got out of jail for doing 28 years. 28 years in jail. Think about that. He 40, 48, 49 now. And he trying to play catch up. He never drove a car. He just now going through the process of driving, trying to get a car. Don't got no kids, no offspring. He want to have kids now. But he like, yo, am I too old now? Because, the life expectancy of people. Am I too old? All these things he pondering and wondering. That's all. He don't even know what he could lose out on. Being incarcerated. If he does have a kid now. Say he does have a kid. You're never going to see your kid first steps. You ain't going to get to see them get their first job, graduate elementary school, graduate high school, possibly go to college. I was listening to Larry Hoover Jr. saying that. His dad was supposed to been out of jail. Then all of a sudden he had a kid. And his daughter, his son graduated grammar school. Then he graduated high school. Now he about to graduate college. And his dad's still in jail. Like, his dad been in jail for years. That's how my uncle was. He was in jail for 28 joints. I honestly thought I would never see him again, man. I didn't. I just wrote it off like he ain't gonna never. He really got out. I remember when the petition came around. There was a petition to get him out. And I signed it and I sent him out. And then next thing you know, I got something back in the email. It said, due to the petition, a release has been granted for Lamar. I ain't going to say his name, but a release has been granted. And this is the date he was getting out. And he wound up getting out before that. I just remember getting a phone call one day. I'm like, you out? He's like, yeah, I got out. I'm like, that's crazy. And then seeing him, and I'm like, man, it's been years since I seen that. And it's crazy because I remembered him. When I was smaller, I remember him. He always was. I looked up to him. I was old enough to remember. My brothers don't remember, but I remember him vividly. And they say you the same age you act when you go in. He don't act exactly like that, but you could tell some of the little things he do is like, bro, this not back then. You better. But he doing good for the most part, man. But the point I'm trying to make is, man, it's just a sad situation on both ends. You got someone that lost their life due to just some foolishness. He in the barbershop just trying to get his hair cut for the holidays. And then you got somebody just looking for trouble, man. That's how it be. Somebody just looking for trouble, looking to do something to you, man. So I say, man, it's better to have it than don't have it, man. Who knows? If he had it, K-Flock might be in the ground and he might be getting arrested for murder. We'll see how this plays out. If this is mistaken identity, then it still sucks somebody lost their lives. But it's good that it's not one of somebody of our culture that's making the culture look bad again. It's bad enough we just lost Dolph. We just lost Drakeo the Ruler. Like, we losing so many people just to violence, man. It sucked. It really sucked, man. You got somebody that got a whole record deal, and you out here being stupid. You got a deal. You know how many motherfuckers killed for a deal? You know how many motherfuckers would love to have a record deal? Love to have a YouTube video 1.7. None of my videos got 1.7 million. My video Work Hard, which is out now, by the way. 2.5 thousand. My lowest video that I've done. My Buffalo Bills video at 60,000. It's the most that's the most views I got on one of my work. Like, come on, man. You in a great position, bro. I don't know. Generation Z. Post your comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Peace.